Good morning, everyone. How are you doing on a beautiful Monday morning?
Good morning.
TQ went and got the drinks and helped me fuel up the setup. I got everything on the truck taken care of. She got the trailer taken care of, and the bank got us taken care of because we about $250 in the hole. People are interested in how the dump truck's doing on the fuel economy. And I'll say it's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best. And it likes to drink some fuel. It does. It likes to drink some of the gasoline. So that answers your question. I haven't really broke down the statistics of miles. I'll do that at the end of the year where I see where we're at. Compared to the Fords, I wouldn't say it's any worse or any better. I know the Fords typically got, man, what would you say, TQ? About 9 miles at a gallon with the trailer. Without the trailer, I think they were about 13 to 14. Yeah. So I'm assuming this is pretty close.
And with the salt and plow setup, it was like 7.
Yeah. Yeah, it could get real low with the plow on there. Anyways, another work week. We're going to get to it, TQ.
Let's do it.
Ready to do this, TQ?
I'm ready, spaghetti.
Let's see how we start off with Mrs. Cone this week. Oh, that was just a bad flip. That was my weak hand, my left hand. Try Mrs. Cone to start the week off.
Yeah, it's the rocks.
You know what you do with Mrs. Cone when she's not paying attention.
One of the ways I shoot a reel.
All right, TQ's gonna go clean off. I guess I'll retrieve Mrs. Cone. She's been in timeout for a little bit. We'll say it like that. Come on, Mrs. Cone. We wouldn't leave you behind. So let's see if she learned her lesson. Much better. Much better. Keep it up now. You hear? There you go. See, sometimes you just gotta teach her just a little bit. She gets out of line. She's a little cocky, you know? So once every 6 weeks or so, we'll come in and trim this out. Number one question we always get asked is, why don't you just mow it? And guys, I always say the same thing. If I could, I would. Me personally, I wouldn't even bring a Ventrac on here with 4 wheels. Simply, this hillside is so disruptive. It's literally just loose material, and it's like slag rock. It's hard to explain if it's not in your area, but I'll give you kind of a close-up of what's in here. So if you guys see it, and even the bigger ones, they just break apart as soon as you touch them. And that's all this entire hillside is. All the way across till, I don't know, probably right in here on the screen, there's a ditch actually that comes through. So unfortunately, you can't keep anything. You can barely keep your footing on here, let alone any kind of tires or heavy piece of equipment. And I know the cameras never do it justice, but this hill is humongous. It's steep. And at the bottom here, it's hard to tell as well. But right here at the bottom, there's a ditch that comes down and then drops down in where they've literally cut out about a 1 foot notch. We just don't trim way down in there because it honestly looks kind of goofy. But if say you did bring a mower in and you slid down the hill, you're gonna hit that ditch and then you're really gonna be stuck because you're gonna have to drag it back up that way or tear the lawn up pulling it up out of here. So that's why we don't mow the entire thing. So real quick guys, I'm gonna yell because I'm not sure if you can hear me. This week, there's gonna be a lot of humidity for a lot of us, especially you guys down south. Later on this week, it's gonna hit us here in Ohio. Make sure you're hydrating. It's gonna be a whole different weather pattern. It's not just gonna be hot, it's gonna be sticky and muggy. Make sure you guys are drinking your fluids. Take care of yourselves. So this area here, as you can see, the drop's still pretty predominant in. So we're gonna just clean the top off and hopefully it keeps bouncing back. All right, guys, so went ahead and dumped the water out of the dump truck. I didn't realize the other day we had a softball game, but we got a decent little storm, and it had collected in there again. Was it Saturday morning we got that rainstorm? Yeah, because I froze my behind off at softball.
Yeah.
Anyway, Saturday morning, I woke up, I thought it was summer. We head off to softball, I don't know, like in Elyria, Ohio or something, big one, 500, what, like 90 teams or something. Anyways, we get there, and it's pouring down rain. It's like 48 degrees. I'm freezing my off. Yeah. Anyways, we got a little rain back home here too, and first chance I got, went ahead and dumped it here. Why not water this lawn a little bit?
Water the ground.
Anyways, good job with the hill, and we got everything knocked back and in shape. So we're gonna move on. It is getting hot. Hot. All right, guys, just giving this lawn a little fade, if you know what I'm saying. Still super dried out. We got a little bit of growth in it, but mainly just weeds. I'll show you here. We haven't been here in, I think, 2 weeks now, 3 weeks. But as you can see, just stuff like this. This is what we're taking off, and this is all across the entire property, so. Yeah. TQ, she's just cutting what she cuts. You can see a little bit there across the top. It's not really grass, it's more or less we're just taking the weeds off of it, so. Just finished up the trimming. Like I pointed out to you when I was down by that tree earlier. Just taking the weeds off of it. Makes it look a lot better. I won't say it's anything to write home about, but it's better. Going from that, you know what I'm saying, to making it look a little bit decent. Put a little stripe in it. Definitely makes it worth it, you know. So I know a bunch of you have been asking when we're gonna get these branches cleaned up. Basically, guys, they still have this big old construction project going on here. They do have one lane opened up, but whenever we can get access over to here and pull up on the side, we'll get that all loaded up and hauled away. TQ must have hit the branch. I'm gonna let TQ finish up over here. I'm gonna go to the other side of this commercial property because we got to park over there now and get the blower and get it cleaned off. I don't know if you guys heard me earlier when I was trimming. I thought a train was coming, but they kicked the blowers on here. So these blowers, see the ground blowing? See how dry it is right here? I mean, it's dry everywhere, but those blowers blow out warm air. Feels pretty good. When it's just as warm as it is outside, it feels pretty darn good. It's like standing in front of the fan for a minute. Between the drought and the construction in this area, everything is covered in dust. So I'm trying to be cautious of everyone's vehicles and everyone in this area, the other businesses as well, not to kick up too much dust. And I did my best here, but I think I ruffled a few feathers.
Well, what?
Not intentionally trying to get anybody's stuff dusty, but I saw a few looks today.
Yeah.
It's not personal, guys. We're just trying to do our jobs. Things are a little messy because we ain't been able to be here. But
working against the wind, too, so.
I think I got to go have a conversation over here with a guy, though. He's still staring at me, and he does not look very happy. And I've seen him throw his hands up at me, so I'm going to go diffuse the situation. Maybe I'll buy him lunch or something. All right, so I went over and talked to the gentleman, and believe it or not, he just said he was a fan of the channel, and he waved. I thought he was upset. He looked upset. But, yeah, I guess don't ever assume anything, and I assumed he was mad. He looked upset to me, and I got over there, and he's like, oh, no, dude, I was just waving at you. I was about to buy the guy's lunch, you know. I was going to order him some pizzas or something just to try to make him a little bit happy. I will give you guys a quick tip. There's been a few times throughout, you know, my years in business and working for other companies where, you know, we've messed other people's cars up and stuff. Got them dusty unintentionally, got dirt on them, sprayed them with grass, etc., etc., etc. A house, something like that. A good thing to keep in your vehicle, which I kind of got reluctant on this lately, is keeping cards to get car washes in your truck. So say you happen to spray somebody's car or get dirt all over it and they're upset. Say, hey, let me take care of it. I'm super sorry. You know, we never do that intentionally. Here is a gift card to get yourself a free car wash. Or typically you can get them for about 15 bucks. Something spectacular to have in your vehicle. I'm telling you right now, instantly defuses it. Everybody loves a free car wash. But anyways, didn't have to buy him lunch. And gentleman just said he loves the channel and he was waving, but I could have swore it looked like he threw his hands up like he was upset. But, you know, I'm mowing, you know, I'm working, you know, so can't see everything. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It is thick out here right now. I'll say it like that. It is getting muggy. Yeah, it's getting muggy and hot. Right, Nala? Anyways, you know it's getting hot when the dogs don't even want to be outside. They're like, hey, you ready to go back in, dude? Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, keep mowing, keep growing, keep making money, boys. We'll talk to you later. TQ up. Peace. Bye-bye.